everybody. Let's talk about the Finger Lakes music scene. I'm Janelle Bradshaw, and I'm here to talk to you about the upcoming music events in the Finger Lakes area from August 25th to August 31st. This coming week, there's so much going on, and the summer lives in the Finger Lakes, and don't worry, the summer continues well into the fall foliage season, and the calendar is hot. There's tons of events on there, over 150 events. FLXmusic247.com is an online searchable calendar with all the live music events. You can search by region using the color code. You can search by specific town or venue. Just click on the date. The events will unfold in time order, and if you click on the music event itself, there'll be a link for the band if available, a live link to the venue, and if there's tickets that need to be purchased for that event, there'll be a direct link for that as well. This podcast is for people that want to know about what's going on this coming week. If you're a local resident, the calendar is an awesome place to find stuff quickly and easily, and if you're a visitor, this is a nice overview of some of the upcoming events for the week. Let's knock them down. You're going to be in charge of that. So the first segment of this podcast is called Hot Spots. These are venues that typically have live music, and I just want to highlight some upcoming great bands. At Zugabee on the east shore of Seneca Lake near Geneva, you can find the band 47 South, which is a 7-piece rock band from Rochester, and they'll be playing Thursday tonight from 6 to 9. They have a beautiful outdoor stage and awesome view of the lake and the sunset. Well, at Big Alice, also a venue that just opened last year, there's a person that runs their music program, Emily Muir, and she's a musician herself. She's a artist and a producer, and she plays contemporary folk music. She's not on the screen behind you, but she'll be playing tonight, Thursday, at the Cracker Factory in Geneva. Find that on the calendar. That'll be a great event, showcasing her original works. And at the brewery, Big Alice in Geneva, Big J Blues will be playing on Friday, and a local favorite, Brianna Horton, will be playing on Sunday afternoon. Find those guys on the calendar. It's a great spot just to stop in and see what's going on. Say hi to the guys there, guys and gals, I should say. Well, on Keuka Lake, a restaurant that's been around for many, 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 many years, they have a full dining menu. They have indoor and outdoor seating. They have specials. I heard they have, you'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure they still have their crab leg specials on Wednesdays. But John LaManna is going to be playing there tonight, August 25th, from 6 to 8, and a super awesome Memphis blues band led by Doc Cavallero will play on Sunday, the 28th, from 3 to 7 p.m. Our friends in Auburn at the Prison City North Urban Street Farm are hosting a great band on Friday night, the 26th, from 7 to 10. They're a 21st century rock and roll band. They're influenced by rock and roll, but they have not stagnated. They write a lot of their own original tunes, and they draw a lot of influence from rock and roll and current pop and alt country. Also on Sunday at the North Street Urban Farm, Chris Eves will be putting down a nice Sunday afternoon set. He's a wonderful guitar player. And just to note, also in Auburn on Thursday, the 25th, at Everson Park down by Owasco Lake, the Dean's List will give an outdoor concert on Thursday. And if you miss them on Thursday at Emerson Park, the Dean's List will also be at Clam Man's Party House in Seneca Falls on Tuesday, the 30th. Yeah, you just got to check the calendar. I mean, I know I'm talking a lot. I'm telling you about a lot of things, but you can always just go right to the calendar and search for the date that you'd like to go out. I'd also like to mention this week the Lake House in Canandaigua. They have some beautiful places over on Canandaigua Lake. Besides the hotel, they have Rose Tavern and the Sandbar, and they typically have music on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings. They'll continue that series all through September, and this week they present Matthew Stevens on Tuesday the 30th, and a local favorite female artist, Dallas Green, on Wednesday the 31st from 5 to 7. Head on over to Canandaigua, a great place to be. Well, we also have some incredible hot shots in the area, and I just like to highlight a few of them each week. The Dart Brothers, and I quote, they're a rock and roll band found with a foundation that's just, yeah, I said that right. Let me quote it again. With a rock and roll foundation and just the right amount of pop and alt country. They also write their own original music. They'll be playing at the Buttonwood on Friday night from 6 to 9. That's the 26th. One of my friends and an awesome artist who's really had a great opportunity to showcase his skills this summer. All around the Finger Lakes will be playing this weekend. Corey Comer, a soulful singer with great guitar skills as well. He has a few different guitars, so he mixes up the sound. He'll be playing at the Gould on Saturday from 6 to 9 in Seneca Falls. He'll be at the Peacemaker in Canandaigua from 1 to 4 on Sunday. And on Monday, he'll be down at Toast Winery, which is farther down Seneca Lake on the west side, just a few miles north of Watkins Glen. I was down there last week seeing some of my friends play, and it was a very enjoyable Monday night, because sometimes Mondays you just need a little extra. Well, Irv Lyons and the Light with Edgar Pagan on bass will be playing at Moondogs Lounge. They're a late night place to head out to in Auburn. He and they will be playing there on Saturday the 27th from 8 to 11 p.m. Feed the Fire, psychedelic rock band, super fun show, will be playing at Bagley's Poplar Ridge down on the east side of Seneca Lake Saturday from 5 to 8. That'll be a great show. And ever so popular with many people of all ages, the Indigo Girls will be a hot show playing at the Point of the Bluff this weekend on Saturday from 3 to 6. And now keep in mind, if Point of the Bluff is somewhere that you'd like to go, you can't miss music there. They have music Thursday, PJ Elliott. Friday, Artistic License. Saturday, St. Vith, progressive rock band. And on Sunday, a local favorite, Sam Swanson, playing acoustic solo from 1 to 4 in the tasting room. Great place to stop in. They have a farmer's market on Thursdays. I mean, they're really oriented towards guests, and they'd love to have you stop in if you can. So our next segment is our tried and true segment. Again, these places are venues or artists that you can depend on to have a great time at, or a long-standing venue or artist. And I'd like to point out, Pickin' in the Pasture, I was going to look it up, but I know it's more than 20 years that they've been having the Pickin' in the Pasture Bluegrass Festival down in the hills of Hector. Again, that's got a ticket, comes with free camping. If you buy the weekend pass, the ticket link's right on my site. Check that out. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday all day. Some great bands like the Jesse Alexander Band, which is a local artist, the Little Roy and Lizzie Show, Gary Brewer and the Ramblers, and they also do some late night jams after the concert's over. Super family friendly. If you have pets, you know the deal. But head on down there. That's really fun. It's high up on the hill, so you get a great sunset view. Right downtown in Geneva, New York, 41 Lakefront, formerly known as the Ramada, is hosting their last Live After 5 concert for the summer, and it's going to be a great one. Some of my instrumentalist friends play in the group Primetime Funk. It'll be a great party. They've just got a great groove there, and you'll enjoy that overlooking the north end of Seneca Lake. It's a great place if you want to go for a walk or head out into Geneva for dinner before or after the show. That's great. There's also a few other bands going on in Geneva this weekend. Live on Linden is offering Smooth Groovy, which is a fun band, and Bad Juju will be playing classic rock right across the street at the Lake Street Station, starting a little bit later. A super great corridor is the corridor just north of Watkins Glen. I think it's about 8 miles north of Watkins Glen, but there's wineries and breweries up and down Route 414, and almost all of them have music. I'm just going to highlight a few today, but I want to let you know to check the calendar for more. You can do some bar hopping down there. Be sure you have a driver. It's a rural area, and there's plenty of traffic for you. So get a driver and then go out and have some fun. But at Hazlitt's 1852, one of our oldest wineries in the region, they often offer music 3 or 4 times a week, and we have a 4-event weekend coming up with open mic on Thursday. You can sign up to play 2 or 3 songs down there. It's hosted, so there's some backline equipment. On Friday, we have Bad Bear playing some rock and roll music and funk. That's the 26th. From 5:30 to 8:30. And Saturday, they're having a super special fun thing. I don't normally list non-live music, but this is what it's called, the Red Cat Summer Splash Dance Party. So it sounded fun to me, so I put it on there. It's a DJ, a couple of DJs throughout the day, 1 to 4 down there. Should be a good time. And on Sunday, Bob and Dee, another local favorite duo, will be playing from 2 to 5. A beautiful stop, maybe one of many on a particular day. At the Rasta Ranch, my friends down there are doing some fun things. They always have music on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 5, and Delta Mike Shaw will be playing. And also, another favorite stop on Monday is Monday Night Blues with Brett Beardsley. He's an original song writer and plays some very interesting and entertaining music. And of course, the people that show up down there are generally, friendly and nice. So even if you don't have a big crowd to go with, head on down there, be pleasant, enjoy yourself. They have a bunch of specials and a really cool shop at the Roster Ranch too with unique gift ideas. And finally, our other friends at the Scale House putting together awesome music. Tom Chamberlain will play tonight, the 25th from 6 to 8. He's an acoustic solo artist playing covers and a few originals. And on Friday, they're going to offer the Catbirds, cool name for a band, a jazz trio with a saxophone player and an upright bass from 6 to 8 on Friday. And on Sunday, their jamming Sunday afternoons will be from 4 to 7, Amongst the Monks. Can you say that fast? Amongst the Monks? Amongst the Monks? I did a little research on the band. They just have the kind of music that you can just be sitting in your chair, sipping your beverage, enjoying your time, and next thing you know, you're out of your chair dancing. They just have this style that just gets you up and going. So I suggest you head out there. It's a wonderful place to overlook the lake on Sunday afternoon, and the Scale House has terrific food down there too. Check those guys out. Well, our Something New segment tries to highlight some different kinds of things, and typically it's things that I maybe should have known about before but don't, or a band that sounds pretty interesting to me. So this coming weekend at the Big Mean Barbecue outside of Trumansburg, they're having a super cool fundraising festival on Friday. It starts at noon, and the last band goes on at midnight. So it's going late. And on Saturday, guess what? They're going to do it again. The lineup's incredible. I couldn't possibly list them all here, but on Friday night, you're going to see Kevin Kinsella, who is one of the original members of John Brown's Body, reggae band, and the Comb Down will be their late night band. You just have to check out the schedule. I put a link on FingerLakesMusic247.com. When you click the music event, there'll be a link for the schedule. It's also printed right on the page so you can see who's playing and what time, and there's a link also for tickets. So use the site whenever you can. It's a quick way to eliminate unnecessary searching and endless Facebook scrolling. At Inspire More Winery in Naples, they also have the Roots Cafe right next door. They're going to offer a terrific concert of Donna and The Buffalo. They're going to be opened up by the Temple Cabin Band. That's a ticketed event. Again, find the ticket link on the site. That should be an awesome event. I mean, the best thing about the Finger Lakes, sometimes the smallest venues have some incredible bands, and you get to be up close and personal with them and just enjoy yourself in a low-key setting, and this would be one of them. Check that out. The Climbing Vines Brewery is hosting also another fundraiser for Living Well, which is a food pantry in Penn Yan. So they're offering a food festival. It's called the Flavor Fest at Climbing Vines this weekend. And Tarps Rock, which is a super fun rock and roll band playing rock and roll from the 50s all the way through today. Is there still rock and roll today? We call it rock? Rock and roll. I don't know. They play some fun stuff. You can dance with them. Danny, the leader, is very entertaining. He sometimes gives you a little background about the tunes, so it's a really fun show, and that'll be a great time for you to contribute to a local organization and enjoy yourself at the same time. There's lots of food there. Again, when you click on the music event, there'll be a link. There'll be some information, and you can just find out about it very quickly. You can bar hop. You can always bar hop on Saturday. In Canandaigua, Friday night, one of the only places in Canandaigua that has late night music for Rona in Canandaigua, which is a super cool restaurant out on 332, not too far out of town. Big Logic and the Truth Serum will be playing there, and they describe themselves as a musical explosion of sound. They play some acoustic rock and original music. That should be fun, and the food is great there. They have a full bar. That's indoors and air conditioned, so if that's your thing, and just kick back and relax after a hard work week, late night. And a super fun event, if you also want to be outside and having fun in Canandaigua, the Sonneberg Gardens is offering the Moonlight Strolls series, and my super great friends, the Cool Club and the Lipker Sisters, will be performing. Their work is described as jazz, jump, jive, boogie, woogie music, and we'll talk about them a little bit later. They're my featured artists, but that'll be a super great thing. There's a little ticket price, and again, a link. It's from 8 to 10, so it's designed for you to be out in the dark. The park is lit up for you, and you can stroll and listen, and it sounds like a great time. I'd like to go. Wow. So here in the Finger Lakes, We embrace our visitors and local residents and provide them exceptional music opportunities throughout the year. The summer is typically the heaviest time because we expect our weather to support long days and beautiful evenings, but it's still going on, so you just keep up to date. The calendar will get you there. Coming up starting this week is the New York State Fair. Next weekend, Labor Day weekend, there's a bunch of stuff, and you'll check the calendar for that. But Climbing Vines is having their Vines Fest, which is a full day of music right at their Climbing Vines Brewery on Route 14 on the west side of Seneca Lake. They're having, we'll talk about that later. That's coming up next week. Up in Sterling, which is near Lake Ontario, the Sterling Stage Amphitheater is a super opportunity for you to go camping with your family and enjoy live music at the same day. That's going to be all Labor Day weekend. Here in Seneca Falls, the SMS Italian Festival, best known for its sausage and peppers and onions and meatballs and Italian pastries. And we got to have some great local artists coming. That's on my radar because it's right down the street. So, and my neighbor, makes some of that food, which she sometimes shares throughout the year. So check it out. And I recently found out that the Dock, which was a long-lasting musical venue in Ithaca, right on the edge of town, it's right on 89 as you enter the town from the north. New ownership is called the Deep Dive now, and I noticed that they're packing up their schedule with awesome bands. I'll be putting all those on the calendar shortly. I just wanted to make you aware of that. It had been closed since the beginning of the year for whatever reasons, but we're super happy to have a new owner and a new venue. Those look like most of them will have a small ticketed price, but that's okay. I mean, bands cost money. Musicians need to make a living. A $10 or $15 cover charge to hear 2 or 3 hours worth of music is not too much to ask. And in that way, we can support our local musicians and bring in some acts from outside of our area for our enjoyment right here at home. There's also a record company called New Vine Records, and they're offering a music festival down at Robert Tremaine Park in Ithaca on the 17th of September. And just as I'm scrolling through, I'm picking up some other festivals coming up, like the Ithaca Peace Fest. It'll be in the park on the 18th. And the Ithaca Porch Fest will be September 25th. Myself personally, I'm going to be down at the Keg and Barrel next weekend. I'm going to be sitting in with a group called Doxology. I'll be playing some jazz on Sunday, September 4th from 2 to 5. We'll talk about that next week probably. And I'm also would like to let any musicians that are listening to this, if you have heard about or know about the Hiva Squavi Treetops Festival, which will happen the weekend of September 22nd through the 25th. And that's a music fest for musicians by musicians. And there's camping there too, and it's cool. It's not private. You gotta find it. And I probably won't put it on the calendar, but I'll be playing down there on Sunday the 25th as well. So those are some things that are going on. I'm super excited about what's happening here in the Finger Lakes. We keep growing and adding new venues. I just found out about 2 or 3 more this week, so I'll be talking to those venues about getting their music on the calendar. And I support local businesses and musicians, and it's fun. Let's live our lives. Have some fun when you're not doing other stuff. Talk to you again soon. Don't forget to connect with me on Facebook, or if you have any comments or would like to list your music on the website, flxmusic247@gmail.com. I do have Instagram, but we're still working on that. So, the artists of the week, my dear friends. I had to pick them this week because they are playing at Sonneberg Gardens, and if you haven't seen them yet, what a beautiful place to do it. The Cool Club. The Cool Club is a bunch of seasoned musicians. We call them seasoned for obvious reasons. Some of them have more seasoning than others, but it's a core group of Rick Hoyt on guitar, Dave, the bass player, Joe, the drummer. They've been together for many, many years, and Tom McClure used to play the saxophone for the group, and he's seasoned out. So the group has incorporated a new horn section, the world famous Vivatny brothers from Rochester, New York, and Johnny plays the saxophone, and he plays with the Mambo Kings when he's not, doing other things. And Bob Vivatny is probably one of the most well-known and well-used trumpet player in the Rochester area. They'll be on stage together. And as I said before, their genre is jump, jazz, jive, boogie, and ragtime. And they go back in time and find some pretty interesting and fun music. You'll just be blown away when you hear them. Some of the songs are originals by Rick Hoyt. He writes some kind of blues and boogie woogie music. Marilla Gonzalez, the lead singer, one of the Lipker Sisters, she also writes some of their compositions. And they cover music from throughout the eras. And there's the three of them, when they sing together, they do some super awesome close harmonies, kind of reminiscent of the Anderson sisters of the olden days, and also, you know, some current hits where they have just written their own three-part harmonies. Super great. They're super cute. It's Marilla and Grace and Lizzie, and they've just been singing together their whole lives. And they put on a great show. They do a little bit of dancing. Each of the young women do a couple of solo hits on their own, and they picked out music that really appeals to them. Some of their mottos are "old school is new school." So they take some of the old stuff and spin on it and make it really applicable to today's crowd. And when you see them, you'll notice the crowd is everything from families with young kids to some of us senior citizens who remember that old stuff. And ultimately, and my theme as well, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got no swing. So check them out on Facebook. They have a .com with their schedule and some photographs, and hope to see you when I see them sometime soon. Hey, have a great week. FLXmusic247.com. It's always available 24/7. Get rid of your endless Facebook scrolling. I don't have a lot of pictures. You can always go to Facebook after you find it. Almost every single music event has a live link either to the venue to find out more information or to the band itself so you can get information about them and their upcoming schedule. Keep in touch. We'll talk to you again soon.